Hello everyone, welcome back to Full Moon Tarot 228. I am tapping into some energy right now that I I don't really care for so much, but I know that this is something that we're tapping into collectively, and I really just want to get some clarifiers on this because this is it's manifesting in a way that's not preferable, and I imagine I'm not the only one. Yeah, so I would like to kind of get some clarity on what's going on more for the collective, and see what messages come through for that. So source of infinite intelligence, divine mind of all that is, we thank you for allowing these experiences in for us so that we know that we are experiencing, so that we have awareness for anything. And we ask that you help guide us through understanding what these energies are. And we thank you. All right, so the first deck I'm going to use is actually like a Da Vinci Enigma Tarot, and I really like it because the stuff that's in the book is actually pretty cool. I feel like there might be a few more cards in here. Those ones kind of like flew out really fast. Let's see. I definitely feel something else in here. Let's see what happens. Just take a few more shuffles. Alright, those three wanted to come out, so we will do that. I've been seeing this card come up a lot. Okay. So the last one that, oh, there's four here. Wow. So the last one that popped up, and I guess we'll take them because I think this book does reversals. Yeah, that does. So we'll take them the way they came in. So we've got death in reverse. And I'm going to leave that one kind of over here. Maybe. What came up with it is the Knight of Water. Nope. Not doing this today? I see. The Knight of Water. Upright. And then we have the Five of Earth with Need in reverse. So this is actually a good card, I suppose. And then Four of Water in reverse with Disappointment. So yeah, I feel like with these last two cards here, they are really emphasizing this need and disappointment, this energy that's coming in right now, this death. We're about to, I like that they all came up in reverse, so I feel like those three are connected. We are about to knock off some need and disappointment energies that we have, but that is what is coming in. So this is what is coming in for us to integrate, is the need for something or someone, and the disappointment for something or someone not being there, falling through, or being what you expected it to be. So I really feel like that's good. I like how those came in together. So then the first thing that popped out was this Ace of Water and Ten of Earth. And I'm gonna go through, like I said, the book because a lot of water. Man, this is now, like, I did a reading last night. So much water coming in right now. So much water. Yes, we are being called to integrate our emotions for sure. Any attachments that we have on anything right now, anything, person, places, people, ideas, we are being called to just integrate, let it go. Here, that's better. But yeah, like this is really strong emotional energy coming in. And emotions are indicators. So there's nothing wrong with emotions, and we really need to be tapped in with emotions, not just tapped in, but tuned in. And right now, I think this is an opportunity to fine tune our what we've been tuned in with. So we're going to start with the Ace of Water, because it's what we do. Oh, if I could find it. Maybe we aren't starting with the Ace of Water. It really keeps popping on Lady of Fire. I had her pop up the other day in my reading. All right. So I'll read the background on the card because I enjoy it. So this is Dimmy. Dimmy is what is irrigated or blocked. Yeah. So this is asking us to really look at our emotions. Water falls into a hollow. This is what this picture is. You see the water coming out and it's falling into a hollow. So is it going through, or is it getting stuck on things? Are there rocks that are getting caught on it? Wow. So the background on this card: Leonardo was fascinated by water, serving as an overseer of waterways. He noted that, quote, "The water that you touch in a river is the last of what has passed by and the first of whatever comes." How beautiful. The soul code for this card is the ability to follow the flow of destiny's path brings the soul a sense of fulfillment and nurture. Love blesses all enterprises that you undertake when you find the flow of the current that impels you. A state of deep reflection further nourishes your dreams, opening you up into intuitive messages. Yes, and if you haven't seen my dragon video, there's a lot of that tapping in with this right now. The card in upright comes with abundance and fertility are possible. Beauty and pleasure walk with you. You are deeply nurtured by aesthetic harmony. Love makes all things new. Generosity opens its hands. So it's really calling you to love more, to get in tune with your emotions, kind of figure out where the blockages are. Are they going through the hollow, or are they getting caught on jagged edges somewhere? And just integrating. Yes, especially this need and disappointment over here. Just integrating. Kind of going off today, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get stuff uploaded on my computer and my iPad's like it's doing a lot. One thing this card does, I do want to point out, one thing that the Ace of Water does want to focus on, for if you're feeling disconnected, it's really, or if you're starting to feel disconnected, or the signs of this is that emotional deprivation makes you fear beauty. Oh, this is really strong for me. And so you assume a brash exterior that fools no one. Seek the nurture of beauty in all its forms and learn to love again. Yes, this card is also asking you to love yourself. Learn to love yourself, for sure. A lot of our blockages are within. I mean, all of them are within, because anything that's on the outside is just a reflection of what's on the inside. So if we're having an issue with something, a situation with someone else, person, place, thing, or idea, then we're really being called to go within to figure out where that's at, where that idea is rooted in, where the belief started that block. Yeah. All right, so 10 of Earth. Oh, yes, the Demi is, and the 10 of Earth is foundation. You're building your foundation right now. You are building your foundation right now. You're checking off the list, and you're checking it twice. You're making sure that all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, and you're building a foundation right now. You're getting rid of anything that does not serve you. And that's what's happening here. And so what this card is asking is, what have you inherited and how are you enriched? And what I'm feeling from this is, what have you inherited ancestrally, spiritually. What have you inherited from your lives before, from your ancestors' lives before? What are you inheriting? What did you come into this earth with that you're now coming to find through these foundations that you're building? Yeah. The background on this card is that this plan is based upon classical centrality rather than the medieval nave cathedral. Leonardo notes that, quote, for stability, the depths of the foundations in temples and other public buildings should be in proportion to the weight that will rest upon them. The soul code for this card. The soul must be grafted onto solid foundations and sustained by beneficial nature. These foundations are provided by the riches of the generational family stock. And I mean, like I said, what you came into this earth with through your spiritual inheritance, which becomes the inheritance and backgrounds for the soul to live out its destiny. A stable environment brings security and growth of wisdom. You are really being called here to find stability within. It really, wherever you are, even if it feels chaotic on the outside or there's a lot of emotional energy, whatever it is, if you can go within and find it, you're giving yourself a chance to go into the neutral zone to look at it. So then you can transmute it and transcend it. So it's really asking you to find a stable environment within this foundation, build this strong foundation for yourself. You can't even get that out because it's like really trying to come out too fast. Build this foundation for yourself. Keep going. What you're doing is already doing this. So just keep doing the good work that you're doing. Keep it up. You're doing great. You really are. And it does talk about for disconnect, if you're feeling disconnected or it starts to feel this way, it's talking about how your heritage is charged with conflicting issues that you also inherit. This makes the world seem unsafe, shadowing work, relationships, and pathways that you fail to take because of old associations. Ancestral healing is needed. So yes, bringing back in that inheritance, like what... And again, if you have not seen my dragon video, the dragon energy video that I did, definitely go watch this because it's connected in with this. It's really, you're beginning to tap into your other lives. Your other selves are offering you guidance, and you're starting to tap into this. And so what they're also doing is exposing to you where their healing is, like where those lives needed healing. And so it's coming up again now so that you can do that. Yeah, this is really good. Whatever energy has been manifesting, it's really trying, again, with this death and this 5 of earth and 4 of water in reverse together with the need and disappointment. These energies that are coming in, they just look bad. They've manifested in a way because what's happening is you're being called to integrate it. You're being called to, with this Ace of Water, you're really being called to clear so that your Kundalini, your Christos, whatever you want to call that, like can literally just blast through you and empower you. Yeah. All right. I am going to read the cards for it, but, I really feel like that's really like coming in strong. Really coming in strong. All right. So death. And I'll flip it over so we can look at it. What burdens you or obstructs the way? What is it that needs to pass in this matter? Yes, 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 yes. This is Christ crowned with thorns. As if, I mean, this is beautiful. The background on this is the study of Christ undergoing the humiliation of mockery before death is rare in Leonardo's work. It is notable in an age of conventional religious art that he undertook no commission requiring him to paint a Pietà or crucifixion scene. The nearest he comes to any depiction of Christ's sacrifice is the Last Supper and the Christ child of the Madonna of the Yarn Winder, who tenderly reaches towards his mother's spindle with its symbolic crosspiece as if reaching towards his destiny. In his prophecies, Leonardo wrote about the sale of crucifixes and other emblems of crucifixion and martyrdom her household display with the air of one intolerant to the perpetuation of images of torture. Alas, this is quoted, "Alas, whom do I see? The Savior crucified once more." We can imagine that someone who wrote, quote, "I see Christ sold and crucified once more, and all his saints undergoing martyrdom afresh," did not display such emblems in his own living quarters. The death of Christ upon the cross is, of course, not a depiction of death as an ending, but as a consumption of the incarnation of the instrument of death's overthrow. The redemption of mankind through the sufferings of the Savior who undergoes death so that it can have no final sting is the pivot of this picture. In the strange emptiness which lies between the crucifixion of Good Friday and the resurrection of Easter Sunday morning, Christ goes down to harrow hell, releasing from bondage all the righteous who have been in a state of expectation. As it says in the book of Jonah, he went down to the peoples of the past. This realistic realization of death and its ultimate overthrow speaks tellingly of Leonardo's own sense of immortality as well as his faith in the compassion of humanism. Beautiful. The Soul Code. Death bids you remember the power of regeneration, without which the soul cannot turn to its destiny. The perpetuation of old cycles hinders the free flow of your life's energies and prevents new growth. The power of decay and elimination come to break down what is overthrown or what is failing to flourish. By allowing the return of life, death is the servant of everything that lives. How beautiful. So I want to talk about this for a second because I brought this up again in this reading yesterday, that things dying in your reality, breaking, burning, your reality crashing down really gives you an opportunity to build it up the way you want, give you these capabilities for these strong foundations. And because you get to choose what it is that you want to build with. You've let everything else die off. You recognize what wasn't vital for your survival and you let it go. And you're building this new foundation. And so this energy that's coming in right now is really, I was talking about things that are solidifying. This is this energy that's solidifying what we're going through right now. In reverse. There is a resistance to things changing. Yes, we are definitely feeling this, right? Stagnation and inertia clog up the works. The sense of threat, trouble, or anxiety that is present fails to disperse. By entertaining fear of harm or loss, the pessimistic attitudes, you are only perpetuating the present cycle. So it's really begging you with these cards to get rid of what you feel like you need. Let it go. And release the disappointment. Start following things that excite you with no expectations instead of feeling like you need to do this and need to do that, or you need this and you need that, or this, you need this person, or whatever it is. Start following what excites you. If you're feeling disconnected, you long for release but insist on holding something back. And that is what fails to break the cycle. The place where you've been living feels more like death than life. Return to basics, eliminating what is inessential, and you will find your way through. Yes, if it's not vital for your survival, let it go. Get rid of the things that you feel like you need. And again, this goes back to this reading that I was doing yesterday, because if you feel like you need it, then that's going to be more that you're manifesting. That's more details. Way more details than you need to be manifesting, because the universe will just give it to you. But you have to, it's not like it doesn't just give it to you. You still have to go out and get it. That's the thing. You still have to go out and get it. All right, so this Knight of Water is asking you, how do you feel about this? Go into yourself, your feelings. What are your feelings? How do you feel about something? Not what somebody else thinks or feels or might think or feel about how you think or feel, but you. This is a sketch for a festival costume. This elaborately costumed knight was created by Leonardo for the Duke of Milan's mask. It is clear from his barabond and unarmored state that he rides in the lists of love rather than in the theater of war. Haha. I enjoy that too. So we're leading with love here. This is love yourself and go within and find what is you, what is vibrating for you, what is calling you right now. Get rid of the things that you feel like you need in order to get there, and just follow the vibrations. I really can't stress that enough. Follow your excitements to the best of your ability with no expectations of the outcome. None. And you will always be surprised and never be disappointed. Never be disappointed, because you never had an expectation to begin with. In the upright position, it says that your emotional appeal opens all the doors, making you attractive. Ideals and visions bloom. Kindness and a patient gentleness can help friends or lovers to become receptive or intimate. Proposals and invitations come your way. And again, this was another one. So you're either emotionally or career-wise, something's coming forward to you. People are beginning to come towards you. You're attracting in what you need. And you can really do more of this if you let go of what you think you need. Because what we think we need will place an image in our mind of what it'll look like. And so then when something else comes along, it's not what it looks like to us. And so we're then judging by appearances and not allowing for their connection to come through. We're so attached to an idea that we're not allowing connections to happen. That's a big one for all of us on a lot of levels, even as a whole, as a collective. If you're feeling disconnected, you are submerged in a miasmic or misty romanticism. Idealistic dreams of true love are the barrier keeping you from making lasting attachments. Dispel the illusions of love and welcome its reality. Yeah, that's literally what I was just saying. And this is not just romantically, like I'm talking like on all levels, like career, with family, your intimate partner, like all of these things, friends, like everything. Release the expectations from others, because what you're doing is you're really placing expectations on yourself too, to stay within those expectations. So it's yeah, definitely. I'm going to read these last two, and I don't even feel like I might pull one or two oracle cards and call it, because this has been a really great reading already. So Five of Earth in reverse too. So this card is asking us, how is need shaping your destiny? And again, I was just talking about this. The more things that you think you need to get to somewhere, the more you need to manifest. The more you have, more work you have to do, and more time it takes in order to get those things, to get exactly how you want it, to get to where you're going. This is envy rides on a skeleton. And it does it not? Fear of poverty drives everyone. Quote, a malignant thing of great terror will so far spread among men that, in their panic to avoid it, they will only succeed in increasing its limitless powers. This image shows how desire and need are connected. Soul code. Need is the common ground for the soul's training, providing realistic lessons about manifesting your destiny. From the perspective of need, you see all things with insight, from the high-flown plans that never fully emerge to the basic necessities without which life is so difficult. Need helps you focus and value what you have and be less profligate and more appreciative of your resources. In reverse, there is a way through the present time, and the tide of bad luck is beginning to ebb. Imaginative solutions can be found if you dig deep into your resourcefulness. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to go with. You should definitely, I don't think that, I think that you should have broader ideas of what needs are. Like, if you're going to do something business-wise, you do need to understand like what it is that you quote need in order to do that. But What you don't need to worry about is how it unfolds, how the business takes off, all of those things. What needs to happen in order for you to be successful. That's what you don't need to be focusing on. Because as it says, imaginative solutions can be found if you dig deep. And if you're feeling disconnected, profligacy with your resources may have led to misfortune, or it may be that separation has been a necessary part of survival. Return from exile to begin again. So you may have done a lot of going within, actually, and you've been doing a lot of dreaming and processing and growing. But the thing about manifesting is that you still have to go out, like I said, you have to go out there and get it. You still have to go do it. And the way you do that is by following the vibrations. You get up and just follow your vibrations. It's really that simple. But you're being asked here to, if you're feeling disconnected from things, to really get back into life. Stop hiding so much. I'm really working on this right now. There are many ways you can do that. To express who you are. I am really working on doing that when I'm in person with people. I have a hard time because I constantly can feel and hear almost and see how their brains are working. And it when I watch that, it changes my, like, what I'm going to say, because I've always been so worried about other people. And I don't want to hurt anyone. And, by doing all of that, I've ended up hurting a lot of people, actually, because I never really did what I felt the impulses to do. Yeah. So get rid of what you think you need, because it's holding you back. All right, last one. We got 4 of water in reverse with disappointment. And the card is asking us, where have desires outstripped expectation? This is the mold for the Sforza horse. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Leonardo ambitiously attempted to mold the greatest statue ever cast in metal for his patron, Ludovico Sforza. His lack of technical expertise made it impossible. Quote, "We all know that mistakes are more easy to recognize in the works of others than in our own. By criticizing the mistakes of others, we may ignore greater ones that we have made." Oh. You're worried about the speck in your brother's eye. You cannot see the log in your own. Yeah, come into home, come into center, come into what's right for you, and stop focusing on what everybody else is doing or not doing. I've gotten this a few times in readings recently. The soul code is the ability to assess errors that are made upon the way, helps redefine the path of the soul's destiny when it has strayed into unfruitful lines. Withdraw without blame as the old path falls away, and look for fresh signposts. Yeah, don't blame, don't point fingers. Just kind of back out and see where you're at and follow where you need to follow for yourself. In reverse, fresh possibilities arise from an unexpected quarter. New associations and friends bring you out of a period of stalemate. The disconnect you experience is the stir of creative change. The discontent you experience is the stir of creative change. So that's what I've been feeling today, is what's been coming up and manifesting in my reality. I'm not totally preferring it. And that's fine. But it is the stir of creative change. And there's a lot that's been set into motion, at least for me, within my reality. And I know that the collective energy is feeling this too, because I've seen it in a lot of readings. So if you're feeling disconnected, you are brooding on failure or are caught up in a fantasy world. Old experiences color everything you do. You are wound in them as in a net. Let this old stuff go. If it's not vital for your survival, let it go. Definitely. So, and a lot of this is going to be attachment-based stuff. People, actually all of it, person, places, people, things, ideas. Like, yeah, all of it's going to be attachments to these things. So I'm just going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck that I have, just to see what messages we can look at with this, and or like what are we getting, what are our guides trying to show us, talk to us about with this energy? What can they help us with? Ooh, just had like a bunch fly out. Something in that part of the deck. Okay, we'll take those. So the first card that I can see really is, yes, just go for it. So I feel like this, oh, I like how the light came in on this card. I feel like this is just really, really asking you again to go within and what's for you and build your foundations. Break through what's blocking you, what's holding you back. Just go for it. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it. We've got the witch's hat. Express yourself. Share your gifts with the world. Yes, just do it. Be you. Be who you are. Find what it is for you. Let go of these things that aren't serving you. Curiosity. What sparks your interest? Follow what's exciting for you. Yes, this is really like all of what I've been saying, so this is really cool. Follow what's exciting for you. What sparks you? Who are you? Feel like Alice in Wonderland. Who are you? Big questions. Oh, baby. You are ready. Make your masterpiece. Your guides are like, let's go, let's go. You can do this. Yes, just go for it. You are on track. Keep holding strong with where you are. Release, 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 release. Let it go, because you were right there. You were right there. And they're giving you that like big push, that big go ahead, like green lights a go. They're all the way down. You can see all the way through downtown and every light is green. And you got it. You got it. It's your time. This is awesome. Yeah. Wow. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today with that, because, yeah, this was, I wasn't expecting this. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit more on the lower vibrational side, but this is actually a part of the tables turning right now. And this is great. All right, everybody. Well, I will definitely see you soon. And until next time, so much love and light to you all, and take care. Bye.